I might be responsible for as many gay marriages as I am for heterosexual divorces. I was raised to assume that wealth and rank and privilege would be mine by right, he said painfully. Through a combination of bad luck and bad judgment, most of those assumptions were beaten out of me. While other young gentlemen raced horses and chased opera dancers, I learned that the world grants no rights beyond the chance to struggle for survival. His mouth twisted. In the army I was flogged, wore rags, and damned near starved to death. I was forced to face every flaw and weakness in myself, and to learn the harsh lesson that men born to whores and raised in the gutter could be stronger, braver, and more honorable than I. A fair realization of the incredible degree of the diversity of linguistic system that ranges over the globe leaves one with an inescapable feeling that the human spirit is inconceivably old, that the few thousand years of history covered by our written records are no more than the thickness of a pencil mark on the scale that measures our past experience on this planet, that the events of these recent millenniums spell nothing in any evolutionary wise, that the race has taken no sudden spurt, achieved no commanding synthesis during recent millenniums, but has only played a little with a few of the linguistic formulations and views of nature bequeathed from an inexpressibly longer past. You have to understand who you are and figure out a way to communicate it. It might be in a different industry, but it's about what pumps the blood through your veins, what makes you excited, what pushes your buttons. And then discovering the best way to communicate that, no matter how big or small. It's what you stand for, what you believe in, and what reflects who you are. Tyson dropped the two warriors he was about to tie into a knot and jogged after us. He jumped on the centaur's back. "Dude!" The centaur groaned, almost buckling under Tyson's weight. "Do the words, low-carb diet, mean anything to you?" Don't surround yourself with people who just affirm you. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. Don't surround yourself with people who just affirm you. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. I firmly believe that unless one has tasted the bitter pill of failure, one cannot aspire enough for success. A good rule of thumb for many things in life holds that things take longer to happen than you think they will, and then happen faster than you thought they could. Last night I danced. My body rose from its slump for the first time since the beginning of sorrows. My fingers beckoning to the stars at arm's length, back arching as tingles bubbled up my spine, hips caught in a silent tempo while on tiptoe I twirled in endless euphoric circles. It didn't matter that you loved me or that you didn't, for I was wanted by the gods last night, their seraphs and muses descending on moonbeams into my midst, caressing my face and gliding their spirited arms about my waist, lifting my toes from the soil that I might feel what it is to fly without heaviness of heart. I danced with them under the glow of a loyal moon. For one brief, visceral dance I joyed as heaven joys, in endless bliss. And the universe cherished me. In 1997, in Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I stated, "Your home is not an asset." Real estate agents sent me hate mail. What should we call him? Klaus asked. You should call him Dr. Montgomery, Mr. Poe replied, unless he tells you to call him Montgomery. Both his first and last names are Montgomery, so it doesn't make much difference. His name is Montgomery? Klaus said, smiling. Yes, and I'm sure he's very sensitive about that, so don't ridicule him, Mr. Poe said, coughing again into his handkerchief. We shall not enter Palestine with its soil covered in sand. We shall enter it with its soil saturated in blood. I'm an organism of the earth, a Taurus. I was never born of air, of water, or of fire. I'm a creature of gravity and I could feel the ground whisper. The same thing happens to me in old hotels when I'm staying on the 22nd floor. I open a window and want to fling myself out.